Hey guys, Banana Luck here and welcome back to another Watcher of Realms video. This video is going to be a bit unusual in the sense that we're going to try making suggestions on, what are the gameplay improvements or, creative game modes that we could come up with for Watcher of Realms. So there's a creativity contest going on at the moment on Discord and, us content creators have also been asked to actually, come up with videos that maybe can share or describe the type of contents that we actually have in mind. And I do have quite a bit for Arena because I feel that Arena is getting pretty stale in the sense that you're seeing the same lineups on every single teams, and in the sense that it's all gonna be the ancient exclusive lots up top. And honestly, it's kind of boring in the sense that for non-spenders, you're gonna have to be incredibly lucky to get some of these units, and as a result, you might feel like the game is getting kind of stale in that sense. So yeah, I mean, the game modes that I'm gonna suggest may or may not work, but it's just based on what I've always like shared with people on Discord as well, talking to them, getting ideas. So right now we have three different types of arena: anti-air, which is supposed to be for the marksman, and then AoE for the units that do AoE damage. Obviously, single target, obviously, for units that can burst. So we already have like a meta form around all this, so things get stale after a while. You only improve your lineups if you get new units. So it'd be nice to actually have more rotations so that we don't just wind up having the same like types of arena each week. We actually have more variety to play around with. So the first idea that I had was actually gonna be a crowd control arena. One that your main aim is to slow down mobs as much as possible. So the guy that slows down mobs for the longer time, that guy is gonna win. That round of arena, for example. So how is that gonna work? I'm just gonna pick out a random slow team here, and we're gonna need Dahlia for sure. She does really well there. Can do great AI. Who else can I think of? Mari, obviously, and then I could probably do with a cost generator here, because if not, we can't get all these units down. So I can, maybe try to demonstrate the idea of what I'm going at. Where is my siren? There we go. So let's just start this. And the idea is simple. So right now, the arena is all about damage, right? Like who does the most damage, and you can achieve that with really good heroes and really good gear. But what about we do similar to what the Defender's Codex does, which is that units all only do 1 damage per hit from now on, which means that you don't actually get to damage units at all. And instead, what you're gonna have instead is, the more slows that you actually inflict on your units, the enemies, the more damage that they take over time. So units can take like a minimal amount of damage over time, and then as they walk towards closer to the crystal, they start taking less damage. So that incentivizes you to try to slow down the units at the beginning as much as possible. And that way, we could actually have a meta where, having good damage gear is not going to work out for you. Having good rage regen is going to work instead. So we're going to put down Dahlia here, and yeah, obviously AI is going to do a ton of slow here. And yeah, in that game mode that I'm envisioning, it will mean that Dahlia can only do 1 damage each time that he does that burst. So yeah, that's one of my ideas, and obviously these heroes come to mind. But if you think about it, we don't really use these heroes outside of Arena that much. Great in GVG, Mari as well, I run in GVG, but beyond that, yeah, these are the kind of units that you really don't see elsewhere. So it'll really be a good chance for, non-meta units to shine. Doesn't mean that they don't do damage, that, we don't actually use that. So that's the first arena mode that I'm thinking of, a crowd control effect arena. Obviously, Shamir will be great here as well with the immobilize, but yeah, the type of mobs and all that will we'll have to think of that's something for another day. So do we have AoE mobs? Do we have single targets? That's something that's up for discussion. And the next arena mode that I'm thinking of is in line with the type of units that we've been seeing recently. So we've been seeing a lot of summoners. We know that Zarus, if I got his name right, was supposed to come with Hex on the same banner, but because of the update delays, we didn't get Zarus in the game. But I already have quite a few summoners in the game. So if we just filter to Acertheris, we have Cyrus. We have, Nora as well with a dragon. We also have Init that summons the Ancient Core. And of course, this game mode could probably only come in sometime when, we have more summoners, obviously. But I think this is something that, the game developers should really consider where, if you want to introduce summoner heroes, then make them useful somewhere. And I think right now I don't see that anywhere. And I feel that, Arena could be where we actually see this. So instead of having, units, let me just head in here. So instead of us, summoning our heroes on our side of the map, with summons, we are going to summon the units on the other enemy's side of the map instead. So that way, we're going to walk over and try to kill the crystal. Obviously, it's going to be a very different arena because, right now we have Sokadins as the judge trying to clear the crystal. So maybe what happens instead is that you place a barrier in front, and then the faster your summons kill the barrier, the more damage that they're going to take. So each team just tries to, send out as many summons as possible. And you can also do buffs as well with Dolores or, Eunomia with attack speed buff. And those are just one of the few ideas. I think that, if we want to have summoners, better have a place to use them. And I think Arena could, really do with that concept because summons aren't gonna, it's still gonna depend on gear, but I think not as much. Probably have some strategy in play as well. And it's gonna be a brand new concept because, you're gonna have different varieties, whether you wanna, maybe even allow your side of the team to do slows. So maybe you can do summoners here and then you can do debuffers here. Those are some of the things that you could consider. But yeah, that's the second game mode, a summoners based arena where we could really see all the other units being put into place. So yeah, that's the second mode. And the third one is going to be very straightforward. Why not we have an epics only arena? It may not benefit whales in the sense that they're going to be furious that they can't use their units. But I think it's a fun idea to have where, if we could actually use only epic units in that arena rotation, it could be a fun thing where, it doesn't affect rank or anything. Could be a fun mode where people can take part in and, maybe there's a separate prize pool for it based on your ranking there. But I think, Arena is getting stale to the point that, we're just seeing the same units again and again. And this is anti-air at Plat 3. If I reach Apex Overlord, you're going to see Ingrids across the entire page. And I think, to add some flavor, epics only arena could not hurt. We already use quite a lot of epics like Dolores. So why not make everyone epics instead? So yeah, those are my three, arena suggestions. Obviously, I'm open to feedback, see what you guys think. I'm sure if this actually gains traction and people start talking about it, your comments will certainly help the developers and seeing whether or not this makes sense. But yeah, I really think that Arena needs additional challenges, not just these three game modes that we've been playing for months now, ever since they replaced sustained DPS. So that's gonna be it for the video. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, if you have any suggestions, comments, leave it down in the comment section below. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.